Hey everybody, how are you? I am good. I'm good. Um, Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about today. Um, Look what I got. It came in finally. Um, Beautiful book. Beautiful book. So we're gonna flip this, and we are going to talk about all kinds of stuff. And then we're probably gonna color in this because there's a lot of pretty pictures in here. And you know me, I just can't not do it. So, let me move this and stop pushing buttons as I do. Okay, got me a little candy bar. Um, okay, so this is Romantic Country, the third tale. I have one and two, but it took me a long time to get the third. It's not easy to find. Um, yeah, yay. Um, okay, that's the front cover. That's the back cover. And I just got a piece of paper in here for when I do color. I always put a piece of paper in my stuff. Cardstock, actually. Okay. Awesome paper. Awesome paper. It's not white. It's kind of like an off-white. But it's thick and it's gorgeous and it's smooth. Has tiny, very tiny bit of tooth. And it is double-sided. So unless you want to ruin a page, you will be not using alcohol markers in here because it will ruin the page behind it. Okay, so they start off with like a little map. And you know, of course, you guys can color all this. I probably will at some point. Okay, so chapter 1. This is kind of like a story, you guys, in all 3 books. So really cool. This says peaceful days in the north. So this might even be, I was thinking about one of these being a color in July for, not a color in July, color this for Christmas in July. I will find my words. I promise I will find my words. So, yep, it's a very pretty book. A lot of double page spreads. Very detailed. That's okay because a lot of detailed books, they look very detailed, but once you get started, it's not as bad as it looks. Um, you don't even really notice it. I think they're picking out a Christmas tree. And this story is kind of the story told by the goose. So it's kind of cool. I think this one's going to be pretty once it's done. And this one looks like all the ladies are checking out all the flowers and ponds and maybe the Christmas decorations that are out. I hate when they put stuff in the crease. It's so hard to see it. You got to break that spine, and oh, that's not easy. But yeah. And then chapter 2, Cheerful Life in the South. It's got the little piggy. At the farm. A little dog over here. Look at little dog's got a bird on his head, and he just looks like he's just in his glory. Got a little piggy with his head in a bucket. Too funny. Too funny. Oh, we got a market of some sort. Looks like they're selling their vegetables and their pumpkins. Looks like maybe, I don't know, it's either candy or like pickled eggs or something. They're making, I want to say wine, but they're kids, so maybe they're squishing them for jelly. No, probably wine. Vegetable jars. Flour. And then it looks like postcards. Somebody's sending out some postcards. It's a pretty place setting. You got your napkin as the bow. And then you got your napkin as, you got a napkin as a fan. And your utensils. Some flowers. That's very pretty. Pretty library. I like that blanket and the pillows. The cat doesn't want anything to do with anybody. He's got his butt facing everybody. Yep, very nice desk or library. And then somebody's painting outside. Oh, the carnival. Very cool. Chapter 3, Beautiful Scenes of the Islands. Oh, I'm going to put my candy bar away. I don't try pronouncing that kind of stuff because I butcher it and that's not fair. Dog's having a dream. Nice castle. Look at all the linen, the rugs, clothing, blankets. Urban spices. Oh, they got coriander. I have no idea what that is. Turmeric. And then this is pretty. This is a lamp shop. Pretty lamps in there. Oh, Ben's Fruits. Dad and son fishing. Very cool. Nice castle. And then there's this one. I'm hoping y'all can't hear any noise in the background because good time for Alina and Josette. Looks like they're moving and they got all their furniture and their toys and all hooked up to the buggy and ready to go. Looks like a bunch of ticket stubs and money. There's a 10-cent piece, a 50-cent piece. That one doesn't say how much, probably $1. And that's a 1 cent and a 5 cent. Oh, very nice. Oh, I like this one. This looks like it's a bedroom on a ship. It's very cool. Ice cream. On a picnic. Oh, a baby stroller. Very cool. Pretty house. Oh, somebody's birthday. I don't think I'd be daring enough to do that. Gotta have some good balance there. Oh, and here they come up to the house. Oh, no. She's waiting for the carriage, so she must be at the depot or something. Very cool. Okay, chapter 5, The Passage of Time in the Secret Forest. Ooh. Sounds interesting. Looks like we got a couple fairies. Oh, we got a mermaid. Oh, we got a couple mermaids. And we got a dolphin. Nice. Oh, somebody's selling their tree. Yep, tree house for sale. Looks like a bunch of colored eggs for sale. Or something. Not sure. Oh, you know, this is probably where the witch does the spells. Looks like we got something hatching. Oh, yeah, who knows? Can you share the thickness of that paper? Oh, and there's the witch. And there's the pumpkins. And the kids dressed up as jack-o'-lanterns. A few bats, some candles. Cool. Oh, here's the witch's hat store. This is where they buy their witch's hats. That's cool. Who would think of that? I would have never thought of that. Oh, and the bottles to put their magic potions in. Very cool. Now look at that dragon. I think that's a unicorn dragon. I think. I'm not sure. Might just be a unicorn dinosaur. I don't know what that is. Huh, very cool. No, it's a dragon. There's the wings. Okay. But I don't get all the... These look like tentacles of some sort. I'm kind of not sure what all that is, but cool picture still. Oh, strawberries. With a big teapot behind them. Strawberries, cherries, cupcakes, flowers. And then that's the end of the book. This probably tells you what every page is. You'd have to get a translator of some sort and translate it because it is in Japanese or Chinese or Korean. I'm not exactly sure. But yep. Tells you what all the pages are. Oh, and it tells you there's things back here that you can like build your own little like magic shop or something. I won't be doing that. I might color them, but I'm not gonna take them apart and do all that. And then there's Romantic Country, the second tale. And then that's it. Let's take off the dust ruffle or dust. Okay, that's what the actual book looks like. So you could actually take that off and then you could probably color this. And since this is really thick, and since there's nothing on the other side, you could probably use marker for that. Or some sort of paint or something. Gel pens. Something. So I found a page I kind of liked. And I think I want to actually color today. Now I just got to find where it was. There we go. I can't remember if it was before that or after that. I think it was in chapter 2. Sorry, you guys. I had my finger on it until I showed you the... Or should we do a Christmas one? I don't really want to do a Christmas one. I'm not feeling Christmas. It's like, I'm not ready for Christmas yet. And the Christmas in July thing just kind of gets me. I don't know why anybody wants to push it sooner. It comes soon enough, that's for sure. Here it is. I want to do this page. So I'm going to have to test it, but right now I have my Prismas out. So I'm just going to stick with that for right now and see what they do on here. And if they don't work very well, then we'll get into something else. But yep, that's what I want to do. And I want to bite of my chocolate bar. I have the munchies. It's so bad. Okay, so I had out of town company, which was my younger brother. And it's been a long time since I've been able to see him. You know, he's with his job and stuff. It makes things hard for him to travel. And, you know, we don't travel too much because it's hard on my husband's back with the pins and rods in his back and stuff. So it's just been one of those things where it's been hard to do. So they were here and they stayed for 4 days and we had a blast. They stayed at it was kind of like a campground, and they rented a cabin. And yeah, you're gonna hear me eating this piece of chocolate, guys, because I really need some chocolate. So they stayed at this campground, and it had so many activities and so many things to do. It was just absolutely amazing. So it was 3 days of just nonstop go, 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 go. And that's okay. Because, you know, who doesn't need the exercise, right? But, y'all got to remember, I'm a few weeks out from having a heart attack. So I needed to just kind of take it a lot slower than the rest of everybody else. And I did that. But man, was I absolutely exhausted. I walked from one end of that park to the other end of that park. While my granddaughter and my niece and my nephew and everybody else played in all the water things. I did not. Kind of not my thing. But I did enjoy sitting there and watching it. I did not shut my door in my art room, so you might hear my husband if you do. Okay, so I want to do a cheery type of room. So let's do I don't know what to do here. Okay, let's do the drapes. Yellow. I don't know why, because I don't really like yellow drapes, but I wanted to put some yellow in here because, you know, you want it bright and cheery and yay. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay, so sorry about that. So, they had this thing. It was a water slide, but I swear, the tube that went around, I mean, it just kind of like this way and that way and around, and but the thing was so massively huge. You went down in on inner tubes. Yeah, that was like hilarious. They all had a blast doing that. We had, it was a hoot. We played putt-putt, and there was 9 of us. So you can imagine it took us a little while to make it through each hole. But we had such a blast playing putt-putt. We would, of course, because we had so many playing, we would let people that, you know, came up behind us, we would let them go because, you know, there was 9 of us and we were putzing around and having a good time. We wasn't no hurry. So, yeah. And, you know, we had 2 little ones and then 1 mid-range little one. I don't want to tell you their ages. I just don't. But, you know, they weren't babies, but they're not grown either. Oh yeah, that was interesting. And they're such mannered children. They're, Their parents are raising them correctly, that's for sure. I think the little girl is traumatized from my dog. He's 11 months old, but he's big. I mean, when I say big, guys, I mean I don't have to bend over to pet him. Okay? I'm 5'8". I do not have to bend over to pet him. So he loves people. So far we haven't met anybody he doesn't like, which is kind of disturbing, but what are you gonna do? I don't want to make him mean, so it is what it is. I wouldn't want to, mess with anybody he absolutely loves, because I got a feeling that's when he'll turn mean. But no, they're littler people, and my niece is even littler than my nephew. I mean, not age wise, but body wise. And he got my nephew, and he got him down, and he was licking his whole face, and my nephew was just a giggling as hard as he could giggle, and my little niece was scared to death. She is probably traumatized from ever having a big dog. I feel bad, but what am I going to do? I told him he is a very high strung, and especially if you're afraid of him, he just wants to irritate you even more. So yeah, the more she hid behind her dad, the more he tried to get her. So yeah, it was interesting. So we finally had to put him outside, because she was ready to climb through my bathroom window to get away. It was funny. So while he was out in the back area of the house, we all stayed in the front area on the side and played some basketball, visited and took some pictures, and the kids and their dad played some catch. And it was a nice day. And they went home, or went back to their cabin. And we went over later that evening. We were going to play some cards and just kind of hang out, but because it was their last night there. But by this time, I mean, when I say I was exhausted, you guys, I mean, I was exhausted. 3 days of running around a big park and back and forth to the park. And I don't let anybody in my house unless I have tidied up. And I mean tidied up by like a fresh vacuum and a fresh sweep and that type of thing. So yeah. So the day they came over, I have a dog, so I wanted to make sure that everything was vacuumed, and I don't want people sitting on my furniture and going home with dog hair and stuff on them. That's just disgusting. So, that had to do all that. So by the time evening came, I was done in. I'm not even 3 weeks out yet of my heart attack. So I had enough. And so we said our goodbyes, and I stayed for a little bit, but then I left and we came home. And they are now at a totally different location. And they're going to stay there for a couple days, and then they are headed back home, which is about a 10 to 12-hour drive. Yep, it was a fantastic visit. I enjoyed it very, very, very much. And I can't wait until they come back. Won't be till probably next summer. But by then, I'm hoping that I will have lost a ton of weight. And all is good. Yep. So who knows? Okay, so we want to let's just put a little bit of yellow in the blanket. I kind of want everything to match. Do some up here. Some down here. I'm a kind of a matchy person, Everything's gotta. It doesn't have to be the exact color, but we want it to have some of the color in it at least. Okay, so we used that. And then I want to use let's use, see, I didn't test any of these colors first. I kind of just ran with it. Let's do that. Usually I test all my colors first, but I didn't. So yesterday was the first day that I didn't have my grandchild, and I didn't have anything to do, nowhere to go. And I did absolutely nothing yesterday. I have this little, like, it goes underneath your desk, and you pedal it. It's kind of like a bike. Now I did do those because that is my exercise for something that I have picked up and started doing, and don't plan on stopping it. I will be adding some cardio with it in the next few days. And yeah, but other than that, I had absolutely nowhere I had to be, and it was so nice. I was so excited. right, let's see. What is this? Kind of winging it, you guys. Not sure how I want this to look. But we will see. Okay, now I'm thinking that's nice. So Prismas work fairly well in here. I'm not hardly putting any pressure on, just a little bit. And it looks fantastic. At least in my opinion, anyways. Okay, I like how that turned out. So I think we're going to do that with the drapes too. And yeah, go from there. Okay, so we used these three. So we'll push those off to the side. Let's put these over here because we don't want to mix it up. Okay. And we'll put some shadow underneath here. And some shadow right there. Kind of follow the crease a little bit. We're just going to go along the edge. Put shadow along here. Okay, and then we want let's wait on that because I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. So I never did ask you guys, and I'm so sorry. I'm being rude. So how are you guys doing? Tell me about what you did for the last few days. Did you do anything fun? Have you colored anything? Did you just vegetate at home? I think having company, no matter whether they stay at your house or they don't, I think it's just a very tiring thing. I asked my brother as he was heading out, I said, "Are you tired?" He said, "Oh, you don't even know." He said, "I'm so exhausted." So they're on, it was a 10-day road trip for them. And they're on the latter part. So, yeah, he's tired. He has twins, and they keep him busy. Him and his wife. Again, those kids are very well mannered. I was impressed. So when I say impressed, it's kind of it's a little long story, and I'm not going to get way into detail, but my brother and I live extremely different lives. I got married and had kids and stuff when I got out of high school, right out of high school. He, on the other hand, I went to a university, several of them actually. Well, actually, just two. And he had his degree. So he makes exceptionally well, a lot of money. His wife makes a lot of money. So they are extremely well off. I am not. I'm not even close to him as far as money wise. Not that it makes a difference, but it does make a difference. It's I don't know how to explain it. Every day he's around people with money, people that are high society, people that speak proper English, that don't cuss on a daily basis. People that live in houses that I could only dream to afford. So completely and utterly different lifestyles. We live out in the country. To get our hands dirty is, a daily basis. It's a thing. I cuss. My kids cuss. We just some of the things that he was doing the ooh thing to are on a daily basis normal for us. And we kept kind of laughing at him because it was like, really? And Yes, I mean, he got it. He knew we were teasing him, but yet we wasn't because, I grew up with him. Um, that's not how he was raised, and that's not some of the things that, he did. He used to torment me when we were growing up with bugs and worms and, things like that. But even though he was younger than me, it was still nasty. And now it's like, he mm-mm, just nope, no way, no how. He is a complete, I won't say germaphobe, but I did notice some kind of funny things. It was like, my dog was licking him like crazy, and it was like he went in, and I get it. I don't like doggy drool either, so I kind of get that part. But most guys don't think nothing of it. Like my kids, my husband, the dog could lick them all day long, and they don't think nothing of it. Me, mm-mm, I don't like it. My brother really don't like it. Um, and the funny thing is he grew up with dogs. He, um, they were playing catch yesterday, and the ball got away and rolled towards where my dog was hooked up. That means my dog got a hold of the ball. Well, if you tell him to drop it, he'll drop it. He's good. Well, because my dog got a hold of the ball. Hi, how are you? My brother wouldn't touch it. Um, he went and got a different ball. My husband had to go wash the ball off. I never laughed so hard. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, I'm not touching that nasty ass thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? But it was just little things that I was noticing, and my kids were noticing, and we're like, really? Seriously? Um, yeah, it's hilarious. So, yep, gives me a few things to pick on him about. And oh, am I gonna? Yep, yep, yep. Just because I can. Oh, um, kids fun and Jay and Jay. Are you still here? And if you are, could you please tell me? And I know this is like kind of a not a great question, but um, how old you are? 'Cause this is not a kid's channel. Okay, so far, I'm thinking once I get the last color on here, I think they're going to look really neat. I didn't want to embarrass him in public, so I didn't do it. I didn't pick on him hardly at all while he was here. Man, you wait till the next time he calls me. Payback's our bitch. And he knows that I'm only messing with him. We are so close that um, there isn't anything that I don't know about him, and there's nothing that he doesn't know about me. We talk about everything, even if we get a little feisty with each other. Like the other day, he did piss me off, and I kind of let him know it, but it was said, it was done, and it was over. That's how quick it goes. And we just know that, that pissed me off, so we won't be doing that again. Or it pissed him off, and we're not going to do it again. And we let it go. There's none of this holding a grudge type of thing. We never did when we were kids, and we don't now. And we like it like that. All right, I'm thinking I picked the right colors for the drapes, because I think this looks really cool. And then we're going to add the green for the leaves. So that's going to give it a little bit more color. And then I'm not sure what color for the flowers. So we're just going to leave that for right now, because I don't want to just hurry up and throw a color in there. We got a whole room we can focus on and then come back to that. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. So my daughter is one of those moms that gets involved in everything, PTA, cheerleading, everything. She's a good mom. She doesn't miss anything, but she's not overly protective either. So, she, my granddaughter wanted to spend time with the kids, and my daughter had to work. So she dropped my granddaughter off with my brother at the cabin and his family. And then that afternoon, I went over there and I had her the rest of the day. And then she came home with us and stayed the night. So, anyways, I walked in the cabin, and the cabin had like this big screen porch on it, right? Had a table and stuff in there. It was really nice. So there was this tackle box thing sitting on the table, and I mean it was loaded full of like snacks, stuff to make s'mores, Reese's, cookies, 3 different kinds of cookies, 1, 2, 4 different kinds of candy bars, graham crackers, marshmallows. So it looks like a tackle box, but apparently it's called a snack-o-box. I guess you can get them off of Amazon. Now you tell me, well, I don't know, maybe most of you know, but to me, that is like an amazing mom to like hack your kid like a snack-o-box, so they can do like s'mores and have snacks or whatever whenever they want. And I mean, these aren't babies, guys, so it's not like they gotta say, nope, it's almost dinner time, you can't have that or whatever. So yeah, I thought it was flipping cool. So when we brought our granddaughter home with us for the night, guess what got to come home with us? The snack-o-box. So when my daughter went home the next day, my granddaughter, guess what she forgot? The snack-o-box. So guess what I have at my house? Yeah, baby, you guessed right. Yep. So I said, thank you very, very, very much. Granddaughter laughed, and my daughter said, you're welcome. Oh, I've got to get rid of the marshmallows and stuff, but clean it all up and take it back. I think my husband's eaten 2 cookies out of it. I think that's the first candy bar that I've taken out of it. So the graham crackers and the marshmallows have to go because, I'm sure the kids opening it up and it's sitting for a few days. They're probably pretty stale. But there's nothing wrong with the candy bars. But she made sure she put enough in there for the adults, for all the kids. She's like, very cool. I would have never thought about it. All right, sorry guys, I gotta. All right, let's see. Do a little bit on the blanket. Weather's gorgeous out today. It's sunny and in the mid 70s, but the humidity is really low and we don't have to have the air on. Give the air conditioner a break for a while because it's been on a long time. God, I had a little laundry going. I always put it on an extra rinse. We have hard water, so usually takes it about an hour or so to do a load. All right, I think this looks really cool. I think we picked a good color. And it's a neutral color. But I'm thinking because of the way it looks, that I don't know. I don't think they would do it in flowers unless it was, made for a lady's stateroom, So maybe somebody actually lives on the boat, like I don't know, somebody that works there or something. So we're gonna kind of do it neutral, but kind of girly at the same time. So I think what I'm gonna do. Hold on one second. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do some of it up, like, not shadow, but yeah, kind of like a shadow, I guess. The drapes are just getting old and have been up here for a long time, so the color's kind of wearing out. They used to be a darker yellow, but they're not quite there anymore. You just kind of gotta put an imagination of what you think this room would look like either years ago or if it was your room, or just what the story is. Everything has a story to it. You just got to come up with it. Not always the stories make sense. Well, that's why the word fantasy exists. That's the reason we have dreams. That's the reason we say, what if? You just, imagination, guys, imagination. The more of it you have, the more will show in your coloring. You don't always have to make a tree brown with green leaves. You don't always have to make snow white. You don't always have to make the sky blue and the grass green. You don't have to make skin color. I have made blue people, green people, purple people. Yep. Just whatever you see it as, that's what you do. I like imagination. I like everything, not always being what it's supposed to be. Make something put a smile on your face because it's just plain silly. Life's too short to be so serious all the time. The only time you should be serious is if you're sick and you need medical attention. you're paying bills, if you're out in public and you're dealing with the public, then it might be not so serious, but at least a little professional. Other than that, always put a smile on your face. Say hello to the person next to you. Be kind and friendly because you just never know. I had a lady the other day tell me I had my purse with me, and that's, it's usually kind of a rarity because I don't like carrying purses, but I had my purse with me, and she says, I love your purse. That just brightened my whole day. It was like, well, thank you very much. I do too. So, just that little compliment. Oh, I love your shirt, or oh, I love your dress, or oh, that is so cute, yeah, it just sparks that smile on somebody's face. And, the way the world is today, everybody kind of use it. I'm just going to get rid of this because it's driving me crazy. I don't know who it is. I just assume not see anything than to see silly stuff like that. So I think we will do the portholes kind of like a wood color because I think that'll go good with the yellow. And I just think it's kind of cool how they have the wood around them. Never been on a actual ship like a cruise ship. Um, I don't know. I went on a boat with my husband and one of his friends fishing, and it was on a pretty big lake. Um, so actually one of the Great Lakes, and I never got sick on a boat before. That day, I got so seasick from the waves. So I don't know. And I mean, it was a pretty decent sized boat. Um, the boat we had back then was just like a ski boat, like a speedboat type of thing. It only would seat like 5 people at the max. Um, so I never really had been on a bigger lake. But I'm thinking because I got so seasick that I probably shouldn't go on a big cruise ship because that was always one of my things. I wanted to take a cruise. My dream vacation is to go to Hawaii, so I thought about taking a cruise to Hawaii, but then I thought, wow, everybody says how beautiful the cruise is to Alaska. So then I thought about that. But yeah, my daughter took a cruise They were gone for, oh gosh, 10 days, 14 days, I don't know. And she didn't get sick on the boat. She got sick after the boat. When they got home and she got on dry land, when they got in the car to come home, that's when it hit her. And they say that, it can do that. Now, the people she was with, one girl, yeah, she spent like 3 or 4 days in the cabin because she was really seasick. So 3 of her days of her vacation was being sick in her stateroom. So that would kind of bum me out. You'd pay all that money to lay in bed and feel like shit. Yeah, kind of bum me out. So right now I'm using gold glitter gel pen. And I'll show you in a second what it looks like. Just thought it'd be kind of neat for these little things up here. Oh, I don't know. Can you see? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. You can see how it. No glitter. Glitter. No glitter. Okay, so I've been on an hour and a half, and this is as far as we have gotten, you guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna do some more tomorrow because I really kind of need to get out of this chair for one. This chair is like, it's not bad, but it's not great. Let's do the flame. Need a big flame for that. It's small. Okay, I just kind of want it to come out a little bit around it. And that way when I color it, I'll remember that we want the light to kind of glisten outside of it a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Do we want anything else yellow? I think we've got a lot of yellow. Let's do, just for the fun of it, let's do some blue skies. Oh, did you hear my stomach? It said, ooh, I'm hungry. It's only 4:30. It's way too early. Got some blue skies. And that's not where we're going to stop, but I know we're going to have some blue water. we're going to take where's the darker blue? Right here. And right here. Then we're going to take the darker blue and come up here. Make it come down a little. And we're gonna let's do some lighter. It didn't turn out much lighter, did it? And just put some darker spots in just kind of some random areas. Take the light again. And go over it. And I'm skipping those one areas for a reason. I'll show you in a little bit. Because those are kind of like little ripples. And I don't want to color those. I want those to stay kind of a white. Because if you look at the water, when a wave rolls, the top of it is like white. So we're gonna blend all this together. And then we're going to go in with some white Posca. I got to get me some new Posca pens. These are getting to where they're not. I don't have a lot on them anymore. Go over this line and kind of so you can't see the black spots. Kind of just look like waves. There we go. I do the same thing with the clouds. I don't know any cloud that has a black line around it. And you might have to do it a couple times. Like my gel pen's getting old, so not as juicy as it was. And then we'll put a little bit of like a grayish color on there so you can kind of tell the clouds from the sky. Not a lot though. Okay, so then we take a little bit of gray. I like a grayish blue. We're just gonna lightly go inside the clouds. Just a little bit. So we kind of know where they're at. And then we'll darken up the sky just a little bit next time. But I just wanted to get the water looks really good. Looks really, really good. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We might as well do that before we forget. So we're just going to use some light blue. And then we're going to use some darker blue. And again, I'm just going to make some just random dark spots. Make that come out a little. And then we'll go in with some lighter blue. Go over those dark spots. Kind of bring them out just a little. Go back in. Lighter blue. Go over everything. Okay, and then we're going to take the white and we're going to really go over everything. Just kind of blend that all together. All right. Now we're going to get the Posca back out. All right, where did my other Posca pen go? Because this one is getting kind of like next to nothing. Make sure you shake that up really good. And make sure it's Doing what it's supposed to do. Go over these little wavy spots. And there we go. We have our water done. Yep. All right, guys. I'm going to call it. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see you in a couple days. Be kind. Talk to you later. Bye.